What's good, man? Good morning. What's happening to the boxing fans out there in the world? What's good? What's good? What's good? Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in the door, man. Let me set one thing up and we'll get into this conversation. Of course, let me check right here, make sure my sound ain't jived up. All right, yeah, it's good. Okay, sounds good. All right, man. What's going on? Robert Robles in the building. What's happening, sir? Get my first morning sip of my only cup of coffee that I get. Mike Biggs in the building. What's happening, Mike Biggs? What's going on, sir? Hope your day is going well. Ray Patterson in the building as usual. What's going on? Said, what's good, Mr. Martin? How are you doing on this cold Tuesday morning? I'm well. I'm up. I'm alive. Can't complain. I don't think Thurman is ready for Bud or Spence. He needs 2 or 3 tune-up fights. If he probably needs one, man. I mean, honestly, if he ain't ready after another one, he ain't never gonna be ready. And quite honestly, he may never be ready. Freddie Jimenez in the building. What's going on, bro? Hit that like button, like my man Freddie say. Tobias Cash in the building. What's going on, man? AJ, what's happening? Freddie again. So George is really fighting someone else instead of Haney. Are you? Look, man. Dude, the DAZN don't want that fight, man. That's the DAZN, bro. The DAZN don't want that fight, man. Only person that wants that fight, literally, is Devin Haney. The DAZN don't want that fight. They said what they're trying to do is what did Robert Garcia said? Robert Garcia said yesterday that he had a conversation with Ludabella, and Ludabella didn't know it was him. So they were talking about there were negotiations trying to make a fighter with Ryan Garcia. Now that doesn't mean that he's not trying to get the Haney fight. That's just meaning that they're talking about fighting. I'm sure he's in conversations with everybody about trying to make a fight, you know? That's what I know. That's the case that I know. However, man, I'm going to tell you right now what I heard. The most what's going on, Nelson? The most striking thing that I heard yesterday was that DAZN doesn't have any money for the fight. So if DAZN isn't trying to air the fight or isn't trying to buy the fight, then I don't know what's gonna happen, man, with that, man. You know what I mean? AJ, man, what's good, man? But yeah, is George really trying to fight someone else instead of Haney? I mean, yeah, he's got 3 options out there, man. What's good to everybody else? Let me slide down here, man. If I miss you, Alonzo Lombard in the building, Milos Johnson, what's happening, man? Black Parent, Roger Brown, my man B Big Block in the building. Let me slide down a little bit, man. Get the super chat. My man Black Parent is holding it down. Thank you, said Color Early. Good morning, yes sir, man. Thank you for brightening up my day with that yellow. And I'm telling you that yellow specifically is a beautiful, beautiful color, bro. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the blessing, man. Green, yellow, and red, man. Gotta love those colors. Orange is gorgeous too. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. So he says, so it'll be Loma, I guess. Honestly, bro, DAZN. Yeah, let me tell you something. Grind Hard Sports Nation said DAZN got the bag, but they said they're not willing to spend that money. I got a video coming out about it in a second, so don't worry about it. Pay attention to the video that comes up after the show gets off, and I'll go to it. I'll go for it in detail. All I'm going to say is Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade. They got the bag. Demetrius Andrade ain't getting no bag. You know what I mean? But much love in that super chat. Thank you so much. Oh shit. You know what? I gotta give me a couple seconds. I'll be right back. Let me put that yellow back in the chat. I'll be right back. Because I forgot I gotta grab my phone. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. I forgot my phone in the other room, so I need to have that. All right, yeah, man. So, sorry. So, what's up? What's up, Fanon? What's next for Crawford, in your opinion? I'm gonna tell you. I think the next thing for him is going to be somebody that Josecito Lopez. It's my bet. Josecito Lopez is somebody like that, man. Is what I would bet. I don't see the Keith Thurman fight happening, brother. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. He said, hey, Fanon, I seen Robert Easter in a photo. He was smiling. That's a real warrior. That's what's up, man. Good. Hey, man, good deal, man. I'm glad, man, that he's up, that he's out, that he survived that one, man. Woo-wee. That's two that survived crazy situations. Him and Errol Spence, the car accident and them bullets, man. Yeah, he said, he'd retire Thurman. I'd bet on that. Yeah, it'd be a tough fight, man, for Thurman. Honestly, man, I don't think so for Terence Crawford, though. Just to be real honest with you, I don't think so, man. I don't think that they're going to make that fight next, man. Until Terence Crawford decides who's going to promote him and all of that stuff, I just don't know, man. I think he may wind up going the way of Gary Russell Jr., man, and just getting mandatories. You know, and if it's in the case of a mandatory, then I don't know. Shoot, Virgil Ortiz, whoever's willing to actually take that mandatory, man. All these welterweights are soft. They don't want the Bud fight. Only tough fighter is Boots. Man, you tripping. A whole bunch of people fought Bud, man. People gonna fight Bud. Thurman Bud is the right move, not Thurman Spence. Why you say that, Grindhard Sports Nation? It's not what Thurman would want, because there's more money in the fight with Errol, man. You know what I mean? Carl Marlowe, so we in here for 9. Yes, sir. That's what's up, brother. Thank you, man. What's good, man? What's good, man? Thank y'all for coming up in here, man. And thank you for that. Thank you to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and the Cash App and come every morning. Thank you guys so much, man. We got a good conversation going on here. We ain't got to hate on other channels. Dog, I'm about to start. Anyway, I didn't do it. Anyway, PBC being greedy, they want to make Thurman Spence because it's in-house. How's that greedy, man? What's greedy about that? These dudes going broke, man. All these dudes going broke. I mean, it's tough out there, man, in the economy, man. What's wrong with that? This is just as good a fight, friend. Thurman Spence is just as good a fight as Spence Thurman is just as good a fight as Spence Terence Crawford. It absolutely positively is. The only fight that beats it is Spence and Crawford. But if Errol unifies, Keith Thurman will be fighting for 3 belts, man. What's the problem with that? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Unless you but I understand what you say. I understand what you're saying. You want Bud to get a little shine. You want Bud to get that paycheck. CG Cap said, gotta disagree there, Phenom. Why? Why would you disagree with that? That's 3 belts for Thurman. If you were Keith Thurman, who would you want? Honestly. He gonna lose to both of them. Okay? One fight is just as hard as the other. One you're gonna get more money for than the other. And you're gonna get more belts if you win. You know what I mean? Juan DeLeon, why are you making excuses for Errol? First of all, Juan DeLeon, his name is Errol, not Earl. I don't even know anybody named Earl in that division, homie. Okay? Why are you making excuses? I'm not making any excuses. I didn't say I said this is Keith, dummy. We're talking about Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford. Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. We didn't say anything about Errol Spence versus Crawford so far this morning. You're jumping the gun, bro. Oh, he said, I was arguing something separate from the point you made for now. Oh, that's what's up. But you know I'm checking in on the chat, man. You know we check in on the chat, man. Got to make it clear for me. Otherwise, I may well go off on the wrong tangent. You know, I am more than capable. I'm more than capable of going off in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? Jose Rodriguez, Fanon, do you think Thurman's on something? Nah, man, I don't think he's on nothing. There ain't no reason for me to think he's on nothing. Other than some Rogaine. He may be on some Rogaine, but other than that, no, I think he's a clean fighter. There's nothing that I saw there that made it look like he was, doing anything crazy. He did look strong, though. Definitely looked strong, bro. But that right there, he didn't look like he had ridiculous amounts of endurance and wasn't walking through shots and doing all that. He just looked big and cut, man. He looked like he was in shape. You know what I mean? And he had been hitting them weights for a while, man. But he came in at around the same weight. Thurman Boots is good. Yeah, that's a good fight. I like that fight. I'd give me Boots in that fight, though. He said, he looked pretty big, but I think it's hard work. Yeah, he wasn't any bigger than he always was, though. He wasn't any bigger than he always is. Keith Thurman, now I think what may have made him look a little bigger because he didn't have those braids running down his back. You know what I mean? So, maybe that was it. But no, man, he ain't on nothing but a little Rogaine, man. I don't think so. I don't anyway. But was that the PBC? So, the WBC, so he was on the clean boxing program. If he's ranked in there, he was on the clean boxing program. And if you're not in Eddie Reynoso's camp, that's always a good sign. Unless you're in Reynoso's camp, which in case, the rules don't apply. You know what I mean? Steven Figueroa said, 140. Dante Smith said 145.5. Yeah, he's 145.5. He's right on weight. He came in underweight, a pound and a half underweight. I just think that he swole up, man. You know what I mean? Maybe he cut weight and put on a lot of weight in between. But then again, he was also up in there against Mario Barrios, so he made it just look big by comparison to Barrios. Because Barrios Barrios doesn't have a lot of musculature to himself, doesn't have a lot of muscular definition, CG Cap. Thurman would never take a Boots fight unless it was a title eliminator. And even then, I don't think he'd take that fight. Nah, probably not, man. He probably wouldn't. That's signing his career away right there, man. I think he's a realistic dude. But I don't think Terence Crawford would take that fight either unless it's a mandatory. I don't think Terence would take that unless it's a mandatory. So it's not much of a difference. But I do believe if it was a mandatory, he would take the fight, though, if it was a mandatory. But that's the only way those guys are going to get in there with him is if they're ordered to fight him. They're not going to fight that kid on a voluntary. You know what I mean? I don't think they would take that kid on a voluntary because they're smart, not because they're ducks, because they're smart. I could not see that. Barrios was 146.25. He left his arms at 140. Yeah, man, he's just too big, man. Said Keith also still, man, let me tell you, Steven Figueroa, Keith Thurman is going to get knocked out by Errol Spence Jr. No joke. No joke. He's going to get knocked out by Errol Spence Jr. He's not going to steal any rounds, bro. He's going to get knocked out. He's going to get stopped. That's not going to work for him. He's got a better chance against Terence Crawford. He doesn't have a good chance against Terence Crawford, but he's got a better one than against Errol Spence. Errol Spence Jr. is going to knock that dude out with a body shot, man. No joke. He's going to stop that dude. He's going to stop him. He don't like the body. He ain't going to like that, man. I'm telling you. Emperor Middle said, man, why all the boxing media going in on Keith like this it a comeback fight, not a Super Bowl. The man living his dream, feeding his family. Hey, man, I don't know why they going in on him, man. I don't know who is going in on him. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that color in the chat. Supporting like that, that rhymes. Thank you so much for putting that color in the chat, supporting like that. It goes a long way, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Let me check my thing, man, real quick. Yeah, that was dying. Okay. Ramin Turner. Errol Spence Jr. is not a knockout artist. He's a body specialist, Ramin. He's going to stop that guy. He's going to stop that guy. You think knockout specialists are the only people that knock people out? Errol Spence Jr. has knocked out plenty of people, homie. Plenty of them. Plenty. Last knockout came with a body shot. If you don't think he can knock somebody out, you're bananas. All right? Errol Spence Jr. got plenty to knock people out. The thing is, he's fighting top-notch competition. That's what it is. And he didn't fight anybody susceptible to getting hurt with body shots like that. Keith Thurman does not like body work. If you don't like body work, you're going to get up out of there. Just like Julius Ndungo. Once they found out Julius Ndungo didn't like that body work, bro, he got put out. George Woods in that super chat, man, showing the color, man, with that yellow in the chat. Thank you, brother. Fanon, Kambosos Garcia, Kambosos Davis, Kambosos Haney, Kambosos Lomo. What's the best fight in money? The best fight in money is Kambosos. The best fight, they're all going to beat him. But I would say Kambosos Davis would be the most entertaining fight for me. And the biggest money fight is Kambosos Davis. Both Kambosos Davis is probably the best fight, and Kambosos Davis is probably the best money too. Because Davis is the biggest money fighter. He's the biggest name of all those guys. And as far as the best fight, those guys are going to be in there, and you're most likely to get a spectacular knockout out of Davis, more so than out of Lomachenko and out of Haney. So yeah, I would say the best fight is probably Kambosos Davis. I don't think it's a competitive fight though. You know what I mean? Alton Gaines, much love in that color, brother. Thank y'all for keeping color on top of the chat, man. My regular supporters, y'all are the best, man. And the new supporters, thank you guys so much, man. Alton Gaines said, "You mean to tell me Errol couldn't knock out Mikey, but he's going to knock out Keith?" Absolutely. I mean to tell you that. Absolutely, I do. Yep, I do. Yep, I do. That's exactly what I'm telling you. He's going to stop Keith Thurman. Absolutely. Because guess what? Mikey Garcia and Keith Thurman are two different people. And on top of it, Mikey was a bitch. Mikey, if he would have fought, would have got knocked out. But Mikey did not fight. Mikey hid behind a high guard and took way more punishment than he had to. Mikey tried to survive. That's what Mikey did. Mikey hid like this for 12 rounds. That's what Mikey did. Mikey went in there to not get knocked out. And pick up a paycheck. So Mikey was successful in getting the brakes beaten off of him for 12 rounds, but did not get knocked out. Because Mikey did not fight. Keith Thurman is going to fight. And Keith Thurman don't like it to the body. So, yeah, exactly what I'm telling you. He did not stop Mikey because Mikey did not fight back. He stayed behind a high guard. He stayed behind a high guard the entire fight. Hardly threw any punches and got beat dang near to a pulp. Okay? And had his career ruined. By the way, that whooping Mikey took, Mikey ain't never been the same since. Mikey would have been better to get knocked out than to take all of that punishment that man took. I'm telling you, Errol Spence Jr. beat the career out of Mikey. He would have been better. Mikey would have been better off. Mikey would have been better off fighting back and getting knocked out. Thurman is more elusive and has more power than Spence. How do you figure that, man? You think he's going to win, Freedom Fighter? Okay. If you believe he's going to win, okay. I'll put that money on there any day of the week, brother. I'm telling you, don't like it to the body, he's going to get stopped. I'm telling you. He does not like that body. He's going to get stopped. It's going to be that way, bro. If you do not like that body, Errol Spence Jr. is going to stop you because he is going to hit you in that body a lot. He is one of the best body punchers in boxing, if not the best body puncher, body puncher in boxing. If you can't take them shots, to the diaphragm, to the kidneys, and all that, dude, you're gonna get stopped, bro. And he's gonna be running, and eventually he's gonna get caught with stuff up top, man. Get bruised up and beat up. I'm telling you, man, Keith Thurman don't want that smoke out that boy. No. I'm just trying to tell you, it's not gonna work well for him, bro. I'm telling you, man, Brian G. Zach, he beat the career out of Mikey. Mikey ain't never been the same since. Not even close. Mikey Garcia has not been close to the same since he got beat up like that, man. You know what I'm saying? No, that was bad for him, bro. He took years off that dude's career with that beating. And they wouldn't throw in the towel because they were being prideful. But dude, the other corner was like, well, you throw in the towel, your boy's just getting beat to death. Man, heck you, we're not throwing in the towel. Yeah, didn't want to throw in the towel. Just wanted to get all the way through it so it didn't look bad, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Bud beat Spence, though, if that's what you think. But this isn't about that, man. This ain't really about that, bro. William Scar said, for now, you funny. He said, beat the career out that man. I'm trying to tell you, he did. Has he ever been the same since? Just truth, speak truth, man. Speak truth, shame the devil. Has he been the same since? No, he's not. He's not been the same since. Not one time has he been the same Mikey Garcia since that fight took place. Those type of beatings take years out of you, man. You know what I mean? Jay Penn said Errol has no right. Really? He knocked out Kell Brook with a right hand. Right hook to the body. Good thing he's a southpaw though, isn't it? For him not to have a right, man. Come on, man. You talking about Manny Pacquiao ain't got no right, bro. Now you talking about what he can't do, man. Y'all are wild boys. Come on, man. Get out of here with that Keith and Errol thing, okay? I want to see the fight, without a doubt. I want to see the fight. But nah, he's not going to like that, man. I'm telling you. Keith Thurman better be a lot different than he was that weekend. Otherwise, he's going to get He's going to get got, man. I'm telling you, man, to me, that's an 80-20 fight. I'm sleeping easy the night before Errol Spence Jr. fights Keith Thurman. Intrigue said Errol ain't been in with the puncher. Danny was the closest, and he was scared to exchange. Thurman won't be scared. Dude, Danny Garcia is the biggest puncher in that division. And Kell Brook is a puncher. Kell Brook is a puncher. What do you mean? Kell Brook will hurt you, man. Kell Brook is a big puncher. Very big, very strong at 147 pounds. Danny Garcia is about the biggest puncher in there. What do you think is going to miraculously happen, bro? Mikey Garcia is a puncher. Mikey Garcia doesn't have no problem with his crack. Mikey Garcia can punch. But, okay, is Keith Thurman been in there with a puncher then? Y'all looking for that. I like that, though. Who'd Errol stop to the body? Carlos Ocampo. Carlos Ocampo is who he stopped with a body shot. Bow. Got him out of there. Also, I do believe he stopped, what's his face? Bundy. What's his name? I always forget his name, man. I want to say his name is Bundy, bro. Man, so what, Ramin? He knocked him out in 3 rounds. He's a piece of, so what? So what if Keith Thurman, first of all, bro, Bundu, yeah. They knocked out Peterson too. They threw in a towel with Peterson. So what if Terence Crawford knocked him out? Errol knocked him out. So what? Does that mean, I'm trying to tell you, Ramin, bro, your logic is terrible, bro. You just be throwing out facts as if that's going to mean something. Like, do you ever connect your facts? Like, and try to make a point with your facts? You're telling me Terence Crawford knocked him out. So what? I'm telling you that Kell Brook knocked him out. He knocked out a puncher. And then you say, well, Terence Crawford beat him. What does that have to do with why you brought the man's name up? That Errol Spence Jr. knocked out a puncher. Kell Brook. So what if Kell Brook got Gennady Golovkin knocked him out too? So what? You trying to say the knockout doesn't mean anything because Terence Crawford knocked him out? Dude, Terence Crawford's knocking everybody out at that weight class, man. You got to make a point that makes that is this coherent, man. Anyway, George Wood. So by that logic, Wilder's damaged and only have about 2 fights left in his career. I don't know what you mean by that, George Woods. Much love in that super chat. You got to explain that a little bit more. You got to explain that a little bit more to me. However, I will tell you that absolutely Deontay Wilder took a lot of punishment, and that took some years off his career for sure. Absolutely. You do not, when you take those type of beatings, yeah, they definitely affect you for the rest of your career. No doubt. But I'm telling you, he got damaged the fight before that with them suspect ass gloves. Yeah, Deontay Wilder definitely got hurt, man. Him and Tyson Fury. I said the same thing yesterday. Tyson Fury got them eggs scrambled, man. Do not be surprised if Tyson Fury gets knocked out very soon, because trust me, he took a lot of punishment. Yeah, man, I'm not saying that because I don't like Keith. So yeah, it applies to Deontay Wilder too. If Deontay Wilder taking that type of punishment takes years off your career, man. It does. I'm not making it up. Yeah, it's true for Deontay Wilder too. Deontay Wilder needs a very long rest after that. Because dude, that's a very big man teeing off on your head like that, man. Yeah, people will be more susceptible. Even like check out Luis Ortiz. You don't notice how Luis Ortiz got knocked down 2 times by Charles Martin, who's not even that big a puncher? Well, Charles Martin will knock you out, however, because he's a heavyweight. However, he was much more susceptible to getting knocked down than he was before he fought Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder took something out of that man. You know what I mean? He took something out of Tyson Fury too. You know what I mean? And Tyson Fury took something out of him. Those big wars, bro, I'm telling you, man, that over time it takes something out of you. And Mikey Garcia got a good old-fashioned thumping. Really, really did, bro. Yeah, you're right, Mike. I tried to correct myself. Fury ain't losing anytime soon. Let me tell you something, RJ Fernandez. Do not be surprised if somebody knocks him out. You can say he's not going to lose. I'm telling you, do not be surprised, bro, if somebody does not knock that dude out. Do not be like, oh, what happened? Trying to tell you, they will scramble your brains, man. You do not, dude, he got hit and knocked down nastily. Dude, did you see that shot? The one that knocked him down? The one where he ran straight into Deontay Wilder's right hand and it literally sent shockwaves all the way down his back? Dude, man, that scrambled his brain, man. And your brain is not going to come back from that all the way, man. When you get hit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do that is no joke, getting hit like that. No joke. That was nasty the way he got dropped, man. And he got back up, but then he went right back down again, too. I'm just trying to tell you, do not be surprised if somebody connects with him and knocks that dude out. Do not be surprised. And it's not going to take, hey, let me know if this sound is right. Let me check this sound. I touched this thing, so I got to check this sound. All right, yeah, I had to check that sound. J Penn in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for the support. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button too. Y'all been messing me over on my like buttons, man. I need y'all to hit the like button, man. We got 450 people, bro. We got 100 likes, man. Hit the like button for me, please. I appreciate you, man. We get into good conversations. If you can't support in the Cash App or in the super chats, you can at least support by hitting the like button, man. I really do need you to hit the like button. Seriously, the engagement is important for the channel. Please hit the like button. And get the like button up to 400, man. Cause y'all are like, seriously, man, that ain't cool at this point in time. Y'all are sitting there. I'm gonna think y'all a bunch of trolls, man. Anyway, no matter what Bud owns that division, I got my money on Boots beating Arrow after he retires. After he retires one time, Boots don't own that division. Bud don't own that division, brother. He only got one belt. Much love in that super chat, bro. He's the Racer X in this scenario right now. He got to get that. He got to fight Errol to own the division, brother. He ain't the longest reigning champion, and he ain't got the most belts. He ain't no more undefeated than Errol Spence Jr. is. It is what it is, bro. That's Errol Spence's division until that dude does something, man. If Errol gets 3 belts, that's that man's division. It's already that man's division now. You know that's right, though. You know that's only fair, bro. I would not say that Julius Ndungo, when he held 1 belt and your boy held 3, well, actually held 2 belts. 2 belts on the division. He's got to do something to get that, man. Y'all make sure y'all get these likes up, man. Hit the like button for me, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to be asking hard for this because I know y'all messing me over on these, man. And I'm telling you, it ripples through the channel when you don't do it. John Bowie in the building said, hit that like. It's free, man. Good morning, family. Have a great day. Thank you, John Bowie. Errol don't want that smoke. I think he does want that smoke. Much love in that super chat, brother. I think he does want that smoke. I don't know if Terence wants to. I don't know if Terence is willing to, dog, Terence. Man, I'm trying not to talk bad about Terence Crawford. I really, really, really am, bro. And thank you for the green in that chat, man. Thank you, sir. I'm really trying not to talk bad about Bud. But Bud got to do something to make that fight happen, man. Errol can't make that fight by himself, okay? He can't be the only one willing to do something to make the fight, man, okay? Terence Crawford wants that fight delivered to him by FTD. You know what I'm saying? He wants that fight delivered to him at his house by FTD. He wants flowers, roses. He wants roses and carnations. Red carnations and yellow roses. Red carnations and yellow roses around the offer letter with a nice little bow and a hole and a Mardi Gras band and parade down the street celebrating his life or something. He's going to need to take that fight, man. Be like, look, man, I'm going to take whatever money's necessary to make that fight because I'm going to beat this dude. But he ain't willing to do that. If he's not willing to do that, then, dude, there's nothing Errol Spence is going to be able to do to make that fight. That's what I think. And my man, Quincy Carter, said Usyk could clip Fury's chin for sure. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking about. Do not be surprised. Much love in that super chat, brother. Do not be surprised, man. Do not be surprised if that dude gets clipped. Thank you for that blue in that chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. My man Ramin in the building said Errol don't own that division because he has a dog chasing him. Let me tell you something. That dog ain't chasing. He's not Ramin. Terence Crawford is not chasing him. He's there talking about if I don't get the money that I want, the fight's not happening. That dog ain't chasing him. That dog is sitting there waiting for Errol to jump over and bring somebody to jump over and bring him a bowl of food. A 50-50 split of the food. He ain't trying to chase that dog. He ain't chasing nobody. He's telling you he ain't chasing anybody too. Come on, man. You know that. You know that's right. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, man. Get them likes over 300, man. We almost got 500 people in the building, man. And y'all doing me with a disservice, bro. Yeah, Bud ain't chasing now. That's all I'm saying. Bud ain't chasing him now. He don't sound like he's chasing anybody. I'll tell you too. Like, just to be fair, Jaron Ennis doesn't seem like he's chasing Errol Spence. He doesn't seem like he doesn't sound like he's chasing Terence Crawford. He sounds like he's being patient and he knows his shot's gonna come. And when he gets Ramin, stop talking, man. The man said he wanted to fight him, Ramin. You out here lying, man. Don't be out here lying, bro. We mean he didn't even entertain. He hasn't even entertained the Bud fight, man. You out here lying, man. All right, don't resort to telling bold-faced lies. All right, that's not cool, bro. Y'all hit that like button, man. Get them likes to 300, man, please, for me. Yeah, don't. I'm not. Hey, let me tell you something, Ramin. Please don't lie, man. That's not cool at all. You know, dang that. Just don't do that. The kid Atlanta said, "What's up? What's up, my guy? I'm chilling, man. What's good with you, bro?" King of Kings, I can see how Bud fans make everyone dislike him. Honestly, I honestly didn't know they were this delusional. They're almost as bad as Cinnamon fans. They're not really Bud. See, the thing is, King of Kings, truthfully, they're not really Bud fans. Most of them. They're Errol Spence Jr. haters. They're a mixture of Keith Thurman fans, Errol Spence. They're a mixture of Keith Thurman fans and Sean Porter fans and Danny Garcia fans and Terence Crawford fans. They're like a mixture of everybody that Errol Spence has already knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Alexander Lyons said, get him, Ramin. Yeah, get him with them lies, bro. Don't be lying to me now. He never even entertained it. Come on, man. The man said he wants to fight her. He said he wants to fight. Where has he entertained the fight? I stand corrected right now. Show me the link. Really? You want me to go give you a link of when he said he wants to fight? No, I'm not going to. How about I'm not going to entertain stupidity, Ramin? If you don't know that man has said multiple times, when I clean up my side of the street, I'm going to go get Bud. If you've not heard the man literally say, yes, that fight is going to happen. It's strap season. I'm getting all the belts. Come on, man. All are you going to do after you told that lie? Only thing you're going to do is try to lie about something. All you're going to try, not lie, excuse me. All you're going to try to do is try to make some argument that that's not what he said. Dude, you know that's what the man said. I'm not interested in it, bro. Somebody else can educate you, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? King Judah said that dog ain't chasing. He is a poodle barking at a pit bull behind a fence that's open. Now, I mean, he's a real pit bull now, but he's just not chasing that fight, man. He's not. Much love in that super chat, King Judah. If he was chasing that fight, he signed with Al Heyman. That's easy. If he was obsessed with that fight, I can show you 10 links from Crawford. Hey, guess what? I've never said that Crawford didn't want that fight, Ramin. I never said he didn't want the fight. I said he wasn't chasing him, Ramin. Much love in that super chat. Once again, Ramin. Once again. Whoop, red herring. I know Terence Crawford said he wanted that fight. I've heard Terence Crawford say he wants to fight multiple times. Not difficult. See how that works? I can admit that. Yes, he has, but I don't think he's chasing him. No. He's also said he doesn't need the fight. He wants the fight, but he doesn't need the fight. It's not going to make his career. It's not going to make or break him. Okay? It's not going to make him or break him. That's what he said. So I know that he wants to fight, but he's not chasing him down. Errol wants to fight. I never said Errol was chasing that man down. Never said it. I said he's chasing the belts, and you can't complain about that because the man's going to get 3 belts. If he gets 3 belts, I have heard that from Spence, Ramin. I have. I've heard it from him multiple times, bro. You making shit up. You're just making stuff up, bro. Or you just don't know. But I've already told you. I have heard him say that multiple times, man. Can somebody put a 1 in the chat? Let me help you with this. Can somebody put a 1 in the chat if they've ever heard Errol Spence Jr. say that he wants to fight Terence Crawford? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard that. And then, Ramin, I want you to argue with all of these guys, everybody that puts a 1 in the chat. Argue with Keith Neal. Argue with Ghost. They heard it. See all these? Tobias, Lady Erica B, Thunder Moon, Mr. Valentine, the Udarit Prophet, S. Money, T. Ray Smith. Argue with them. Okay? Because I heard it. They heard it. You didn't hear it. Okay? Now, can you stop? I know he does. I don't mind it, though, because he's a supporter to the channel, brother. He supports the channel, bro, and it's all good. Don Trey, hey, JD, nobody asked you for no twos, bro. We just ask people for ones. Bud can't sell no damn fights. Keith makes $3 million with Barrios compared to what Bud made with Porter. He said, oh, no, Keith, yeah, boop, boop. Much love in that super chat. My man in that super chat, man. Thank you so much for that green in that super chat, bro. Y'all making it big around here. Thank you. John Boy said, even Eddie Hearn said yesterday that Crawford needs to sign with the PBC to make those fights. It makes no sense. Exactly. If he was chasing it, he would be signing with the PBC. That's just that easy. It's that easy. If he was chasing it, he'd go over there and sign over there because that's where everybody signed. If he doesn't sign where everybody is, all he's going to have is a couple of y'all running around talking about size of the street don't matter. And don't nobody care about y'all when you say that because everybody with common sense knows that's true. Much love in that super chat, brother. And y'all hit that like button, man. John, King Jude, and these dudes be holding down the chat, bro. Make sure y'all get the likes over 300, brother. I'm only reading, let me put it this way. I ain't reading no more of y'all comments that have not supported the channel until y'all hit that like button, okay? Certain people I know already hit that like button. Y'all cats out there, y'all got to hit that like button, man. You know what I mean? Because you're freeloading up in here. You like your boy. You're like your boy. Freeloading off my content, dog. Don't be in here freeloading off my content, man. Hit the like button, bozo. And you know who I'm talking to. I actually kind of like you, dude. You're not a bad guy, dog. You just a little bit of a troll. Anyway, King Judah said, Bob said Bud won't negotiate the fight. Bomac said Bob said Bud won't negotiate the fight. Bomac said they could have made the Spence and it chose Horn. And Bud said from his own mouth over 10 times, no Spence. Now, see, King Judah, this is what's going to make me go into my pro Bud mode. Just to let you know that I can do that, bro. Just to let you know I can do that. Much love in that super chat, bro. From everything that I've heard, the totality of everything that I've heard, Terence Crawford wants that fight. From the totality of what I've heard, he wants that fight. Bernie the boxer, take Bernie the boxer, for example. They want that fight. He says this, he says that, but I'm telling you, that's because they're getting stuck in this Ramin Turner type of stuff where you get asked a question, you answer that question in isolation. And then people take that, what you say, and they examine it in a vacuum. If you get it all out, you piece it all together, this is what I get out of it. Bud wants to fight, but Bud wants to get paid for the fight. That's it. And Bud's not chasing him because Bud thinks he's already the man. That's what I see from Bud. Bud is not going to, he's not going to give up he's not going to take a tremendous pay cut for the fight. He is not going to sign with PBC to get that fight. He's not going to do what anybody tells him to do. If he does, he's going to do what he wants to do. And if he gets that fight, that's great because he wants that fight. Right? But it's not that he doesn't want that fight. So that's why I say he wants the fight. He's just not chasing him. So when people say, oh, Bud has been chasing Errol, that's not true. Bud has not been chasing Errol. Bud, matter of fact, will tell you in a flat minute, I'm not going to chase him. I'm not taking no 40% for the fight. I'm not signing with the PBC just to get that fight. I'm going to do what I want to do because my legacy is already secured. And Bud has said that. That is Bud's argument in a nutshell. I've already been I'm already a 3-division champion. I've already been an undisputed champion. I'm a millionaire. I don't have to do what y'all are telling me to do. And if he wants to fight, he's going to cut a good deal with me for the fight. Right? And if I get a good deal for the fight that I like, I'm going to fight him. That's fair. There's nothing wrong with Bud taking that position at all. That at the same time is not chasing Errol Spence Jr. So all of you guys that want to hate on Errol, you guys are trying to use Terence Crawford as some type of weapon to get at Errol. Dude, Terence is not chasing that man. It's not. Errol on the same side has said, look, man, my goal is undisputed. I'm going to get all of these belts because they're easy fights for me to make, is what he said. They're easy to make, not easy to take, easy to make. Because Al is that guy's manager. Al is that guy's manager. Al is that guy's manager. It's easier for me to make that fight because Bob is all smoke and mirrors. That's what he said. When you look at what he said in totality, not in some let me try to make him bad, snatch one word he had to say, and oh, so this is what he means, and Errol said and has been saying it's strap season. I want all the belts. He has not done anything but what he said. So for you guys to turn around and say he's been running from Terence while all he's doing is exactly what he said he was going to do, that's not running, bro. That's walking towards you. If anything, he's walking at Terence. Walking towards Terence by saying, I'm going to get these 3 things done, and then we can figure out how we can make that fight with Top Rank. Because Bob is all smoke and mirrors. Neither one of those dudes, both of those guys have said they wanted those fights. Both of them. And ain't neither one of them running after the other. Not running. However, Errol's been taking care of his business for sure. I'm going to roll down to the end of this chat because I got Will behind. King Judah in that building. Much love in that super chat. And look, man, we got 518 people in the building. We got 341 likes, man. Can y'all get the likes up to 500 for me, man? Please. Said King Judah, if you go into business with somebody and they bring the majority of the money, yet you want half of the profits, that's called finessing. Bud is dumb. Well, you got a good point on that. Bud, that money situation, that's obvious what that is. Bud is going to have to take less money than Errol Spence. And that's just real because that's just the reality of it. He can lick his wounds and be mad about it, but that's just what it is. You know, that's fair for everybody. It would be fair if it was Terence would understand that, which is the thing that's funny to me. Terence wouldn't be taking less money for people that he knows he's the bigger fighter than, right? And has the argument. So, you know, Bud is kind of sitting on something there. But anyway, E-Moneybags, Fanon, I know EJ has more pay-per-view success than Bud, but does he make more money than Bud? Because I know Bud get good guaranteed money, and that does affect the purse bid. Watch it, the purse bid. That's a really good question. E-Moneybags. Errol makes more money. At the end of the Terence Crawford has a bigger guarantee. Errol probably makes more money. However, when you're saying about a pay-per-view, Terence Crawford's money was guaranteed. He negotiated for the amount of money that he had, and Top Rank and ESPN took a chance and paid him that amount of money. That doesn't talk about how much money is being generated for the fight. So when you're doing about a percentage basis, you're talking about how much money would be generated in a pay-per-view. So they would look first and they would say, all right, well, how much do we think the pay-per-view is going to do based on the past performances of pay-per-views, right? And then out of that, you know, who is going to be responsible for more of the sales, right? And then they'll figure out some equitable split, right, to make the fight happen, right? That's how that would happen. However, a purse bid is something extra, which will never come into play because the purse bid is about a mandated fight. Purse bids take place when there is a guy where like the WBC orders a fight to be made between two fighters, and they cannot agree to a contract within a certain amount of time, and then they send that fight to purse bid. And like what the WBC did with Tyson Fury and Dillian White was they said, well, we're going to look at what the past earnings were, and we're going to cut a split based on past earnings, right? So they said, look how much Tyson Fury made in his last several fights. Look how much money Dillian White made in his fights, and they came up with 80-20. But even worse, they gave up 80-20. They gave 80-20 of 90% of it. So when Tyson Fury beats him, Tyson Fury is going to get an extra 10%. That's why Dillian White don't like this at all, dude. And I would not be surprised at all if he doesn't take that fight. So yeah, man, that's pretty much what that is. So you know what I mean? The purse bid percentage thing doesn't really enter into it, and the guaranteed situation and Bud's money was guaranteed because it came out of a budget, similar to Devin Haney, whose money is guaranteed. So they're not. Gervonta Davis eats what he kills. You know what I mean? So when they go into eating what they kill, then he's gonna say, "Hey, man, look, you ain't used to hunting, bro. You sit up in the house. You a house dog. You know what I mean? You sit there and they when somebody wants to look at you, they bring you a bowl of food, they sit it in front of you and you eat it. I got to go out here hunting. These guys got to want to see me fight. You know what I mean? So that's where they are with that, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, though, too, man, because I know y'all messing me over. Man, let's get them likes over 400, brother. I know y'all messing me over, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I got to get you up out of here. Volume 5 of Blue Bloods Gap series. Goodbye, brother. Please do not disrespect cats in this chat like that, brother. Get up out of here, man. You know what I mean? See ya. Anyway, Terrell Jackson says, so that's why Bob said he lost money on Bud because the fight wasn't bringing in enough to cover Bud. No, that's not, man. No. But I think Bob is playing a little bit of a game with that. But somewhat, yeah. That's what he's saying, yeah. However, he ain't actually losing any money, though. Overall, he may spend more on that fight than he makes, but that doesn't mean he's losing money. And I'm not going to get into that, especially because y'all messing over the super chats, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. You bozos don't know business. I'm going to tell you. Some of y'all bozos don't understand business. And I enjoy telling y'all bozos that you don't know it because you can't guess at this. You can't guess at this. King Judah said, Bud wants to put up 30% of capital and split profits down the middle, or as he stated, 64 his way. Retarded what? Bud wants to put up 30% of the capital and split profits down the middle, or as he stated, 60-40 his way. He said that? I had never heard that, King Judah. Much love in that super chat, bro. If Bud puts up 30% of the money necessary to have a fight, then yeah, he probably deserves a 50-50 split. If he's willing to cover 30%. If he's willing to put 30% of the money up for the fight, he's paying a percentage of the guarantee. 30% is half of his own salary. That's silly. That's funny. I would suspect they would run with that. Oh, you're going to put 30% of the guaranteed purses up? And then you want 50-50? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because pretty much that what you means is you're going to get, and you want 50-50, but you're going to pay yourself, you're going to pay 30? 50-50, but you're going to pay 30? Okay, that's 50% of 70, which is 35. You're going to wind up, that's 75. That's 65-35 split for Errol. That's worse than 60-40, bro. From what I can see, just off that basic number, that's a 65-35 split because he's putting up 30%. Then he wants 50%. Or you're saying 50% and split the profits down the middle. Split the profits down the middle. But then that means Errol's team would be putting up what? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting, man. I would interview somebody about that one. Giovanni Walker, much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for putting that color in the chat, bro. And my man, Devin Wester said, Bud took the safe route and Errol bet on himself. Much love in that super chat, bro. Let me disagree with that a little bit. Let me disagree with that just a tad bit. Bud's personality put him in a bad situation from the get-go. Bud has always had difficulties with his personality. Because you can't tell me that as good as he is, coming out of the amateurs, that there's not a lot of people that told him no because of his personality and the way that he behaved. I have to believe that what Kenny Porter said about Bud and his attitude, and what Gary Russell Jr. said about his attitude outside the ring had something to do with people not signing him. Because he's hard to deal with. You know what I mean? Because he's hard to deal with. That could have had something to do with why people weren't interested in signing him out of the amateurs, and he had to go to some second-tier promoter to get fights. Where that's not the case with Errol. Errol kept coming out of the Olympics. Had everybody wanting to sign him to big money deals coming out of the Olympics. Bud's personality, bro, probably got in his way early. And his personality and it's his talent that has carried him this far. And his skill, because he's just too good to get beat. You know? He's too good to get beat. Bud and Bob Arum can't find a way to beat him. Having him fight Josh Taylor probably ain't going to get him beat. He's just too good. So he's so good that he can make a career like that because he's so good. But that's why I would think that now, man, probably he came the hard way. Bud came up a very hard way. I don't know anybody other than Deontay Wilder that has come up like that. And even Deontay Wilder got signed to Golden Boy right off the bat. But none of these other top level guys, bro, these guys got signed to Top Rank. They got signed to Al Heyman. He didn't get that. He got the hard route. And maybe he feels like, and then he kept signing. I always thought that was the reason why he continued to sign with Top Rank, is because, you know, because they were the ones to give him people to give him a chance, and they were giving him guaranteed money. You know what I mean? Because he's fighting in parking lots and stuff coming out, you know, literally fighting in parking lots, in strip clubs. Him like Deontay Wilder's like, man, I was fighting. She said, I don't know if he actually said strip clubs, but he was like, man, I was fighting in nightclubs. You know what I mean? Fighting in nightclubs to start off. George Wood said, Fanon, Errol and Bud happens in 154 and Boots will control 147. Do the fighters at PBC respect Bud? Yeah, man. Absolutely they do. I've heard nobody give Bud anything but respect. But they're not going to give up that money. Hey, yo, man, can we get this likes over 500, man? Can we get the likes over 500? We got 525 in the building, 416 on the likes. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for me. King Juice said, nah, I'm saying 30% is what the pay-per-view sales are compared to Spence's. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get that. Okay, cool. All right, man. I wasn't quite sure with what you were saying. Hey, thanks for that color in the chat, brother. Thank you so much. I'm going to slide down. King Judah again, man. He said, Bud is emotional and unintelligent. Two of the worst qualities to have in business. Nah, he's not intelligent. He's a bright guy, bro. That's a smart guy, man. No joke, man. Bud is a smart guy. Bud is smart. I'm not even gonna say Bud is unintelligent. Bud is he may be, I don't know about emotional, difficult and stubborn. I would say he's stubborn, but he's a bright guy, man. He's a bright guy, dude. Without a doubt. He's a smart guy. There ain't no dumb in that dude at all, man. He's a bright guy. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you so much. And somebody said, wow, LaShawn Bennett, Wilder's career is over, man. Please. These dudes are begging that dude to get back in the ring. Begging him. Okay? Begging him. Trust me. They are begging Deontay Wilder to get back in the ring. Begging. He is a pay-per-view guy. Trust me. If Deontay Wilder can damn near get any fight that he wants. He can get almost any fight that he wants right now and be the A side on the fight, coming off 2 losses. Better believe it. When you have fights like that, dude, Roberto Duran's career wasn't over when he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard. Thomas Hitman Hearn's career was not over when he lost that big fight to Sugar Ray Leonard. No, it wasn't. It got bigger. It got bigger because everybody saw him fight. Remember that. Listen, go watch UK. Pay attention to UK boxing news. They mention Deontay Wilder's name on a daily basis. Well, maybe who's Deontay going to fight next? Who's he going to fight next? Will he fight this guy? Will he fight that guy? No, man, Deontay Wilder is what you call a very hot commodity right now. Okay? Because, yeah, he lost, but so did Dillian White. But Dillian White ain't never lost in no fashion, under any circumstance close to what Deontay Wilder lost in a great fight. Giovanni Walker said Keith Thurman is not ready for Spence, for Crawford or Spence. Both of them have body blow punches that will put Keith out put him out of there. Spence will walk him down. Crawford will outbox and knock him out. Much love to that, my man Giovanni Walker putting that in there, bro. Yeah, y'all, let me tell you, thank you, brother, for that, Giovanni Walker. And thank you to everybody with that orange and that yellow and that green in that chat. Thank y'all to the Blues Twos. I didn't know 34 is close to 40. Here comes Tiger Strike. Hey, Tiger Strike, 34 is closer than 20. He's closer to 40 than he is to 20. Better believe that one. He said, oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, dude, if Deontay Wilder wants to fight, better believe Deontay Wilder is going to get a lot of money to step in that ring again. Deontay ain't walking in that ring for less than $20 million. Better believe it. Big dough. Big dough. Big dough. Especially if he goes to the UK. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that dude is loved in the UK. Believe it. I believe it. They talk a lot about that dude over there, man. A lot. Pugilism said, Bud ain't no dummy, man. Dude, you can tell he's a smart guy. You can tell he's a smart guy, man. Just listening to him, man. He don't take it. If you got an ear for it, you know what I mean? If you got an ear for it, he's a bright guy, man. He's a bright guy, man. Errol Spence Jr. is a smart guy. Deontay Wilder's a smart guy. Tyson Fury's a smart guy. Dillian White's a dummy, but, you can tell that through Dillian White's moves, man. Anyway, Pugilism said, Bud no dummy. He invested in the future boxing stars like Keyshawn Davis, giving back and mentoring futures champs to forward the appreciation. They on their own time while everyone just act and react. Yeah, I can agree with that, bro. He's doing his thing, man. You know what I mean? Quincy Carsey, how you see a fight between Keith and Virgil? In a year, give me Virgil. In a year, give me Virgil. But I see Virgil Ortiz looking for that body. Looking for that body, man. But I see him losing right now to Keith. I think Keith is wily enough. And as long as he gets his footwork and he can move better, I see Keith beating him in a boxing match, man. That's what I say. King Judah holding it down. He said, Bud, it's almost, man, that yellow and that green, bro. Thank y'all so much, man. Bud is almost 40 and still hasn't learned to be diplomatic. Even Tyson matured. Bud is the same kid that tried to fight Kenny Porter. He's not that smart. Much love in that super chat, man. Look, you know what happened with Bud? You know what happened with Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson went broke. The point happened with Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson went broke. And then Mike Tyson got matured and got good at making money and figuring out how he could use his name to make a lot of money. Kind of like George Foreman. Mike Tyson turned into George Foreman. Just was like, Mike Tyson's about that money right now. That's what I think. But Mike Tyson's always been a smart guy, but Mike Tyson's so high on the pedestal and his name is worth so much money. You know what I mean? That he has all kind of people willing to invest in him. So, so he plays the game more. That Terence Crawford, man, ain't in Mike Tyson's situation, bro. Hey, bye. Yeah, he already got thrown out, bro. Why you guys do that, man? Just go away, man. Keith Thurman and Santa Maria won WBC title eliminator Saturday. So they each have to fight one another to determine the mandatory. That's actually a good fight. I would prefer Keith take one more before Errol Spence Jr. and Bud. Man, I don't see that fighting happening, man. And Santa Maria? Man, I don't know, bro. I don't think so. I don't think that'll happen, bro. You're a useless human being, bro. Not you, Kemal Oz. You're a useless human being, man. God, dog, man. Get a life, bro. Somebody unhit him, man. Get a life, man. Get a life, bro. Anyway, LaShawn Bennett said, yeah, never looked at Mike as an actor or comedian until his career was diminished. Yeah. Yeah, dude, he had made that money. And Mike is about making that money. No doubt about it. And ain't getting back in the ring. I was laughing at cats that thought he was going to fight Jake Paul. He ain't about, man, Jake Paul. And dude, you know what? That's how funny people are, man. They actually thought that Jake Paul would be the guy making $100 million if he fought Mike Tyson. Like, do you really think Jake Paul's name is anywhere near Mike Tyson's? Like, are you seriously you are that easily fooled? You know what I'm saying? We're actually that easily fooled. He said Santa Maria earned plenty airtime, flipped that script on Abel, showed resilience, picked up a cool plus 600 on Santa Maria, and last minute opponent. Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah, but don't expect that, bro. On that, what's going on, Ace Good Kicks? What's happening, brother? Hey, man, don't block your boy today, though, man. G Money. Is it G Money? Don't block G Money, bro, for saying that he's for just supporting Manny Pacquiao, brother. I appreciate that, man. Please don't do that. Camille Oz said Mike Tyson got in the marijuana business early. Yeah, he did. Someone deleted a super chat. Hold on one second, man. Who deleted a super chat, brother? Oh, Kamal Oz got hit. Why did Kamal hit? Oh, Malik Allen. Oh, okay. That was a mistake. Oh, okay. Was that a mistake or something? Please don't do that to cats like that, man. Dude, blocking people should be real reason. Like the guy with the gaps in his teeth conversation. Anybody with names like that, dude, just throw them out as soon as you see it, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, nah, you didn't get blocked. You're here. Why did you block him, bro? Why would you do that? Why did you do that? Was it an accident or something? I'm surprised Malik Allen, Kamal Oz. Hold on, bro. There you go, Kamal. You're a moderator, brother. Okay, there you go. All right, now they put Mike's name on the ranch to attract customers and gave him a chunk of ownership based on, again, in his brand and name recognition. He didn't have to put anything up. Yeah, of course, man. It's a sponsorship deal. I figured that. Yeah, no worries. Okay, thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man. You do have a wrench, Kamal Oz. Judah King said, as black men, we are conditioned to support immature, hot-headed, emotional men. They are called thugs or gangsters. That's why we fail as a whole. Bud, much love in that super chat, brother. I'll leave that one alone. I think that is multifaceted. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are poverty pimps, bro. Giovanni Walker said, you missed my super chat. Let me back up. I don't think I did, but thank y'all for that yellow in the chat, brother. Thank you so much. Let me back up. I don't think that I did, though, Giovanni Walker. Quincy Carter. Let me back up. Y'all make sure I hit that like button, man. Giovanni Walker. Thurman is not ready for Spence or Crawford or Spence. Both of them have body blow punches that will put Keith out of there. Spence will walk him down. Crawford will outbox him and knock him out. Yeah, I got it. And yeah, I'm telling you, man, I think you're right on both of those. But I'll take that fight, bro. You know what I mean? Giovanni Walker, that's the super chat that I just got. I definitely got it, bro. CJ Cap, right for now, it's a layered issue and a symptom, not a cause. Yeah, it's just, for my take on it, I'll tell you this. There are a lot of con men in the black community. A lot of them. Con men. And they will con, and a lot of them are conning you, without a doubt. And they'll con you into telling you what the culture is and con you into a lot of stuff, man. You know what I mean? A lot of con men. Whether they're former rappers, whether they come out of prison, they were con when they went into prison, they were con when they came out of prison. You know what I mean? Just people trying to sell you on stuff, man. That's why you got to have your own sense of things, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of con men out there, bro. A lot of con men. Camille Oz said Mike Tyson might own some of Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's funny. Nah, that ain't Mike's Hard. Mike's Hard Lemonade ain't Mike Tyson, bro. Or it'd be Mike Tyson's Hard Lemonade. Believe it. You know what I mean? Don't confuse con men with the community. And also, people think that all black folk act the same way, and it's not. Or there's some way. Dude, just be a reasonable human being. How about that? You know what I mean? Said a lot of them, and many don't look like us, but some do. Yeah. I mean, dude, if they're the question is, are they conning you or not? You know what I mean? What's in it for them? Look at what's in it for them. Anyway, Andre Williams said, you can't walk no one down that may have more power. Okay, that's actual box. Yeah, Floyd TBE, no doubt. Hey, I mean, you know, that's his nickname for sure. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all can't support in the chat, man. Make sure I hit that like button, man. Get the likes over 500 for me, please. You know? Papito said, George Kambosos is so annoying because he keeps playing like a yo-yo with agreeing to the fight and then not. I'm tired of him. Dude, I'm telling you, man, George Kambosos ain't agreed to fighting anybody. He's in the media like everybody else. He's doing exactly what everybody else is doing, talking and selling himself and keeping his name out there. He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing everybody else is doing. No doubt. The exact same thing that all these young dudes are doing. They are doing. What's going on, A1 Hoops? George Kambosos doing the same thing everybody else doing. Out there selling wolf tickets like everybody else is doing. Talking about this fight, what he's going to, they're all do. You know who's not doing that? Gervonta Davis is about the only one not doing that. Gervonta Davis don't do that. Lomachenko isn't doing that. But even Lomachenko will get out there and sell wolf tickets every once in a while and be like, hey man, I see your post, man. Let's fight. He'll jump into that too. But he's trying to sell himself, man, trying to keep his name out there. You know what I mean? It's like anybody else. I don't have a problem with him doing that. He did do a verbal agreement when he was, man, no, he didn't, bro. No, he did not. What he said was, you're in the running. Now you're in the running. That's what he said. Now you're in the running. Now we can talk. That's what he said. He said, now you can talk. We can talk. He's been saying he wants the biggest fight. He wants the biggest guy. You're in the running with everybody else. Get in line. George Kambosos has been very consistent with that message. There has never been a point in time when he said that he was only considering fighting Devin Haney. He's never said anything. He never said anything different than that. Fanon, who you got in Daniel Jacobs, John Ryder? Daniel Jacobs. Much love in that super chat. Daniel Jacobs, bro. No doubt. And thank you for that color in that chat, man. Thank y'all for keeping that color up top. And the support in the channel is huge, bro. I don't think I'm sorry. I didn't check. And thank to everybody that supports in the Cash App, which I got to actually check because it wasn't on. So forgive me if I got behind on that and missed you. Hold on one second, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Man, this dog is annoying the tar out of me, sniffing. All right, didn't miss none of y'all over there. So, hey, yeah. My man, Don Triad TV X-Man said, why folks continue to think that Keith gonna do down with a body shot, gonna go down with a body shot? Yes, it is suspect, but he never went down and he only lost a pack. Keith smart, and you can see that in his evolution. Probably just because he has got bent over. Because he got much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support. Because he got bent over. That's why, because he reacts so poorly to body shots. Because he reacts very poorly to body shots from 3 consecutive people. So that's kind of where people, but I'm telling you, man, that looks like an Achilles heel to him. It really does. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Elizabeth Irving, thank you so much for that support. Man, you look like my niece. Wow, you look like my niece in that picture. Not bad, not against Bud, Spence, or Thurman. All fighting each other. but why all the top black fighters have to fight each other and not the Hispanic fighters, 2 at 147? Because there aren't any top at 147, because there aren't any top Hispanic fighters other than Virgil Ortiz in the weight class. That's it. Not because there aren't any. Other than Virgil Ortiz, there aren't any. The other ones are like Josecito Lopez, Mario Barrios, I guess. But you know, there's not a lot of guys at the top at that weight class. For the most part, Latino fighters, for the most part, are in smaller weight classes. You get some at like 168, 168. Like the big, like Andy Ruiz is a freak of nature, dang near, and so is Zerto Ramirez. Like those are almost freaks of natures, bro. Those are really, really big Mexican dudes. You know what I mean? But they fight each other. Canelo's the only one out there acting like he don't want to fight nobody. But they'll take those big fights. And like Narati and those guys are going to fight. But man, thank you so much for your support in that chat. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We got 500 likes. Yeah, man, try to get the likes over 550. Yeah, Benavidez. Yeah, like Benavidez, Ruiz. There are big guys, but they're not like, as many as there are, like, say, at lightweight and 126, 130 in the smaller weight classes. That's where they tend, and actually all the way up to there. Like every once in a while, you get a big heavyweight. Every once in a while, but typically, it doesn't happen a lot. You know what I mean? And that's just, I don't know why that is, man. Brad Savage says, sad boxing allows fighters to duck elite black fighters. Chill Villain, man. Much love putting that color in that chat. Chill Villain, my noob in the building. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for that support, man. Y'all go a long way towards helping this channel survive. Thank you, man. Pugilism said, might look like an inch from receiving a thudding Abel Ramos shot, but Santa Maria awareness is obvious, and he's out thinking and working that in the ring. Abel Ramos. I thought Ramos beat Hernandez. Oh, man, I'm telling you, my bad. Evelyn Dominguez said, is me, Robert Robles, trying to support with a little, hey, man, thank you, man. Hey, Robert Robles, thank you so much for that support, Robert Robles. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Hey, yeah, what's up, Newt? Frank Thomas, did I start this dude's stuff? Let me throw this. I don't mean to start this dude's stuff. I mean, Frank Thomas, I mean to throw you out of here, Frank Thomas, for that, bro. I mean to throw you out of here with that. Yeah, y'all got that. Hey, look, man, give me 1 second. I'm going to keep the color in the chat. I'll be right back. Just got to take a quick second break. I'll be right back. All right, my bad. We're back at it. Oops. Spray some water. Let me get my pugilism in the building. Santa Maria's performance shouldn't warrant more fans after Saturday. Man, you guys are talking about a fight I ain't seen, so I can't go through that. Martin 9400. Boxing is a business. No one complained when Floyd was avoiding black fighters. Yeah, they did. 40-year-old Mosley Berto, who was 3-3 in his last 6. Are you kidding me? People were complaining that all time, bro. Hitman. Hey, dog, it's Hitman back in the building, bro. It's Hitman back in the building. Let's throw your ass back out the building. Bro, nobody care what you think, bro. You the bigot. Anyway, it must be an idiot stream too, because your ass is here. Anyway, so, hey, HE said, did you hear about Robert Easter? Sorry. Oh yeah, man, absolutely. But I'm not gonna harp on it. He put pictures up of him smiling. I'm not gonna put it up there, man. So it was, watch it. It was free on Fox. Classic boxing ebbs and flows. Okay, yeah, I didn't get to see it, man. I need to watch. I don't know what I was doing, man. I was probably just trying to take care of some stuff before that. Anyway, Robin Soto, what's going on, brother? Anyway, man. Yeah, people were complaining. A lot of people complained about him not fighting Sean Porter and him not fighting Keith Thurman. Absolutely, man. There were people complaining about that. I remember it distinctly. Jim Jean-Pierre in that building, man. Thank you again for supporting, bro. And putting the color in the top of the chat, man. You said, good morning, blessings, man. Much love in that super chat. Blessings to you, Jim Jean-Pierre in the building. What's good, bro? And let me see something, man. Jim Jean-Pierre. I know you have to be, right? Add moderator, Jim Jean-Pierre. I got to see your name, bro. Put you up there. Nobody's messing with Jim Jean-Pierre. Been meant to do that, bro. Being such a huge supporter of the channel, brother. Thank you. Barley B said, definitely need to watch that. And Jesse Rodriguez, that boy a beast. Yeah, okay, I'll definitely go check it out, man. I'll tell if I can. I don't know if it's still available. But I will, man. Kamal said, doesn't matter what we feel. Facts don't care about feelings. Santa Maria and Thurman won WBC eliminators. They have to face each other next. That's a good scrap. Santa Maria beat Devin Alexander. Let me tell you, man, no, they do not have to face each other. Kamal Oz. And I'm going to tell you facts. No, they do not. I can give you countless examples of the WBC, not countless. I can give you examples of the WBC having title eliminators and those guys never fighting. Perfect example is Regis Prograis and Jose Ramirez. They were in title eliminators and they were supposed to fight each other and they didn't. The WBC changed their mind when Bob Arum was like, no, I don't want to do that. No, they will switch shit up. Oh, he's good, man. She's good. She's feeling fine. It didn't affect her. No, they switched that up, man. Kamal Oz, they will switch that up in a minute. And if you're saying if this is a dude that because I didn't see the dude fight, if you're talking about this is a dangerous fighter, dude, do not be surprised if they say no. They will switch up in a just because two guys win title eliminators don't mean those guys are gonna fight. They'll switch up. Yeah, you say Kamal Oz, say yeah, you're right. Yeah, now they'll switch up. Please, WBC will switch up in a heartbeat, bro. Said Robert Rose said, yeah, for 9, he was smiling with 3 bullet holes incredibly. Honestly, he's probably smiling. He's like, I'm alive. Woo-woo! I'm alive, you know? That's why what he's smiling about. Shoot, a whole lot of people be smiling with 3 bullets if they can like, oh man, dodge that. Didn't dodge a bullet, but you know, dodge something worse. Death. Hey, y'all, make sure try to get them likes over 550, man. Make sure you hit them 550. Get that likes to 550. I got Munguia over Ballard. Mark Cardenas. For 9, who can you? But Mike Cardenas, you can't ask me about Hispanic fighters because I only support black fighters. That's what morons say. E Moneybags, can you explain why didn't Fury pay Wilder to step aside so he could make that record-breaking money in Saudi Arabia versus AJ? Joshua losing because he didn't have enough money to pay that dude off, man, and he wasn't going to take the money. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't going to take the money. George Woods said, for 9, how many Hispanics or Latinos were heavyweight champions in the recent 30 years or sooner? John Ruiz, who's Puerto Rican, Andy Ruiz, I think that's it. John Ruiz and Andy Ruiz, 2. A Puerto Rican and a Mexican. 2. I think that's it. Of the major belts, yeah, that's it. Oh, did Chris Arreola have it? Nah, Chris Arreola never won it. Chris Arreola challenged for it, but I don't think he ever won it. So Chris Arreola came close. But 2-1, John Ruiz, Puerto Rican, and Andy Ruiz, Mexican, and close but no cigar for Chris Arreola. I don't think there's anybody else that I'm missing after that, though. There's a couple other guys in there, like Eric Molina. Like Eric Molina was in there. But Eric Molina didn't win. Close but no cigar with Chris Arreola, though. Robin Soto said, good morning, morning, brother. You think Ryan will pull out of this fight, or will he fight and take a harder fight? I don't know, man. I think he'll probably take the fight, man. He's not just going to jump into anything big. He'll take that fight. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you so much for keeping that color in the chat, brother. Thank you so much. Didn't literally dodge it, but figuratively he did. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm a little late. Chris Meyer said, what up, Fanon? Love the show. I've been watching here for a while. I don't usually comment, but don't listen to the hater. Not your bias at all about these fighters. Detroit love. Thank you, Christopher Myers. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I just like, because he listens all the time, I like to poke fun at him. He's just the latest of many guys, dude. Trust me. It's like it's a regular basis. Once one guy falls off, somebody else will come and do it. They just, it's a consistent way to enjoy it. It's a way that people can get attention and try to grow their channel. It is what it is. It's what they do. You know what I mean? It's what they do. Both Ruiz only, Fanon. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's those two. No, Luis Ortiz? No, you talking about Luis Ortiz? No. He never won a championship. He got dodged. So no. Trust me, I would have said Luis Ortiz, but not Luis Ortiz. He didn't. Like Frankie Sanchez hasn't gotten one yet. Luis Ortiz never won a title. He has some secondary belts like John Wee. Like I'm talking about the major ones. Chris said they should start their own channel. No, they do start their own channels. And then they make a bunch of videos about me and other people. And so like they comment on what my opinion is to the people that will come to this chat, so that they are like, oh, Fanon thinks this is stupid. So what he is guys like, he's in here now. They're in here now. They listen now, so they can get their content for this later this afternoon. You know what I mean? It's like my channel is like a press conference for them. Like I'm a star. You know what I mean? Anyway, man. Yeah, they have a lot of affection. He said, hey, Eddie Munson, hey, Fanon, when do you think they're going to announce Canelo Charlo? Not too long. Hold on one second, man. All right, I had to come in and out. All right, that's good. Well, I came in and out real quick just to make sure, man. Zachariah said, good morning, bro. Big bro Fanon in the chat. I refuse to watch anything Ryan does. Fighters like Ryan are destroying the sport that I love. Look, Zacharias, I'm going to tell you right here, man. This is something I got about. Oh, King of Kings, thanks, man. This is my thing about Ryan Garcia, man. Dude, Ryan Garcia ain't not doing anything wrong. He's not doing anything wrong. He's a prospect. He's a young fighter. He's a prospect. He's being developed. There's nothing wrong, bro. Nothing wrong with what he's doing, man. If he doesn't want to fight, hold on one second. If he doesn't want to fight, if he doesn't want to fight that dude, all right, it's good now. Hey, y'all, get the likes to 600 for me, though, man. Make sure y'all hit that, get the likes up to 600, man. Look, man, if he doesn't want to fight these guys, bro, until he gets more developed, that's no problem, dude. He's not a champion. He doesn't got to fight Devin Haney right now. He doesn't have to fight George Kambosos right now. He doesn't have to fight Gervonta Davis right now. He doesn't have to do any of that stuff, man. He's still a prospect. And honestly, they would be crazy to put him in there with him, man. I think, because I don't think he's ready. He just got dropped. He just got dropped in his last fight by Luke Campbell. He's a very, very good prospect, but he's just a prospect. He's a prospect just like Joey Spencer's a prospect. He's a prospect. He's a little bit further along prospect than Gary Antoine Russell is. He's more famous because he's got a lot more followers and he's got a more buzz behind him, but he's still a prospect, man. You know what I mean? So he's talking, but all these guys are bumping their lips, man. They all bumping their lips, man. All of them. You know what I mean? I don't really even do Ryan Garcia videos because it's hard for me to, it's not like I don't take him seriously, but it's just that, the dude is a prospect and he should be able to be developed like a prospect without getting, a whole lot of nonsense. You know what I mean? Street Split said, now you talking business. A lot of people be forgetting that part of boxing. Yeah, man, he's just a piece of prospect, man. Let the kid develop, man. Let him develop like everybody else gets a chance to develop, man. To develop. Ryan was Haney's mandatory. They mandated a fight. That doesn't mean he has to take it. He doesn't have to take that fight, man. If a sanctioning body tries to put him into a fight too early, just because he's famous, that does not mean that he's got to take that fight. He wasn't the champion. If he's not ready for the fight, he's not ready for the fight. I don't have a problem with that, bro, because I don't think he's ready for that fight. I don't think he is. I think he's got more developing to do, man. You know what I mean? He just need to get dedicated, get better, bro. Terry Schmooth said, once you're a professional, you're no longer a prospect. That's not true. You're not a prospect until you are a professional. Anyway, hey, Maurice Ball, you know that's right, Terry Schmooth, right? You don't even become a prospect until you turn professional. Paid for many pay-per-views and gone to fights after 2 consecutive best fights in boxing not being made. AJ Wilder, Bud Arrow, boxing doesn't care about fans. Nah, they don't, Maurice. That ain't no lie, bro. Tell the truth. Shame the devil, Maurice, because you know that's the truth, brother. Thank you for that color in that chat, man. Thank you so much, bro, for keeping it flowing. He said, Kamal Oz said, I don't have a problem with Ryan Garcia and Jaime Munguia ducking title shots in Eliminator, but they should at least lose their number 1 spots in the rankings. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, if they do that, that's cool. But they're not, because they're going to want those guys out there making that money. But, if a guy's not ready, bro, they're not ready. And I don't have an issue with that. You know what I mean? And especially when a guy I don't think is ready. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say, if they ordered Gary Antoine Russell, like tomorrow, ordered Gary Antoine Russell to fight Josh Taylor tomorrow, be like, man, you kind of rushing this kid, aren't you? You know what I mean? Like, aren't you kind of rushing him? Like, why would you put him in there that quickly? You know what I mean? Munguia is a different situation. But is Munguia ready? He wasn't. Let me tell you something. Munguia was not ready. At this point in time, it's long enough. You know what I mean? But he wasn't ready when he's a champion at 154. He was not ready. No. He looks like he's getting closer to being ready. But they're taking their time with him. I don't have a problem with it, man. I really do not. If they're trying to develop their fighter, I don't have a problem with it. Now, if they're ready and then they want to, and they're willing to take those fights and they've earned the fights, then yeah, man, go ahead with it. But, I don't know what to say, man, about a guy that is a prospect saying that he's not ready for a certain level yet. Or their team saying, I don't think that he's ready for a fight at that level yet. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think will give Boots his first real shot? I think Terence Crawford's going to get put in that situation. Personally. I think Bud's going to get put in that situation. Because they're going to mandate one of them dudes, and I don't think Virgil Ortiz is going to take it. I don't think Virgil Ortiz is going to go for Terence Crawford. Virgil Ortiz, I'm telling you, Golden Boy be moving them dudes slow. Oscar De La Hoya and them dudes move those guys slowly. There is Ryan Garcia, slow as molasses. Ryan Garcia, slow as molasses. Jaime Munguia, slow as molasses. Hey, man, much love in that Cash App to my man. Be easy in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much. He said, supporting with that 6, brother. Great live as usual. Thank you, brother. And this is a fun live, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Rashidi Ellis. I'm telling you, they do. They move their fighters slowly. Slowly. They're not rushing anybody over there in the title shots. And that's real. How many champions does Golden Boy have? Does Golden Boy even have one? I don't know if Golden Boy even has a champion at this point. But Rashidi Ellis, you don't see him. You know what I'm saying? You don't see him fight nobody. You don't see Virgil Ortiz has gotten a couple shots. Like the Maurice Hooker fight. But I would say Jerron's going to get in that situation with Terence Crawford first. I think he gets in there first. If he doesn't get the IBF one first. The IBF one probably ain't happening this year. And my understanding is that he's probably going to get a title shot by the end of this year. They're not playing with Jerron, man. I'm telling you, they going to move that kid. They need boxing needs stars, man. Networks need stars. Showtime's going to push that kid. Especially if they ready, because they think he's ready. Showtime is going to make the PBC and them dudes get that dude a shot. Because they are not playing. Arce Boxing Life in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much. He says, salute, good brother. Thank you, brother, for the support, bro. And you always support, man. You my dude, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate y'all, man. When there wasn't no color up top, kids supported the channel on that Cash App. Thank you so much. The best. It'd be great. He said, why Errol not playing boxing? What do you mean he's not playing boxing? Errol Spence got a fight coming up in 2 months. But I'm telling you, Street Splitter said all facts about Boots. Yeah, man, they going to move that, man. I'm telling you. They're going to move that. They're going to move that quickly. Because you can hear how they're talking about him. They're talking about him on Fox telecast. They're talking about him on Showtime, on the Showtime telecast. You got all kind of voluntary press out there about that dude. Did you see Mark Did you see Errol's big fish tattoo? He's coming. Nah, man, I don't watch his tattoos, man. Nah, bro, I don't really pay attention to people's tattoos. That's not my thing, bro. I don't have any tattoos. So nah, man. I know I know he's got a lot of tattoos now. He's turning into Miguel Cotto, man. He's like, yeah, I don't do that, bro. I don't focus on cats' tattoos, bro. And I'm not doing that for no dude. Some dudes like they into tattoos. I'm just not into tattoos. You know? HE says, shockingly, there are a few Felix Alvarado, IBF flyweight, Merlin Estrada. What are you talking about, AG? There's a lot of Latino fighting champions now. Oh, are you talking about? You're talking about Golden Boy. Felix Alvarado is as a flyweight. Thank you. Merlin Estrada. Yeah, she's what's up. You talking about? No, is she? Oh, Sanisa Estrada. Okay, yeah. I was thinking, and Jose Franco is super. They got the little dudes. That's what's up. They got them little dudes. My man Arce Boxing Life says, salute, good brother. If it happens, who do you see that fight? Crawford or Thurman? I got Crawford. Crawford, bro. And my man said, team for 9. I like that, brother. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Much love in that super chat to my man Jeffrey Brooks. Showing that support. Thank you, bro. I said, Bud not going to get boots as long as he go ahead on and whoop Keith real quick. Yeah, man, but I don't think Keith wants that fight, man. That's going to be a money issue in that fight too. That's going to be money talks in that fight too. That's going to be a money issue in that fight too. On the real. You know what I'm saying? And he already said, I don't know, man. I'm going with the WBO. The WBC. WBC is going to get that dude that shot, dog. I'm telling you. Because they want that sanctioning fee. If with the WBC follow the money, bro. Zachariah said, I'm with you for 9. I watch the fights, not the tattoos. Yeah, you know, I just ain't big into tattoos, bro. Honestly, I don't really care for them. You know what I mean? Like they really got, yeah, it's just, you know, you got like, yeah. On dudes, I just don't pay attention. On women, I've never liked tattoos. Except for the small ones, you know, you can't see. But, you know, all of that, you know, I don't know. I never been that big into it, you know. Anyway, E-Money Bags, when average fans start to know Boots' name, that's when you know they pushing him. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I can tell when they pushing him when they mention him in every telecast when they talk about top welterweights. They put him up because, dude, because his talent is bananas, bro. Yeah, exactly. Boots is flashy. I'm telling you, he's very entertaining. That's the type of dude that can be that dude. And trust me, they looking for the next Mayweather, man. They're looking for that dude, man. They're looking Mayweather just like they were looking for the next Oscar De La Hoya with Canelo. If you guys didn't peep that is what Canelo Alvarez is. He is an attempt at rejuvenating Oscar De La Hoya. Same with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is another version of that. They want that look, you know, on a Mexican champion. They want the Spanish looking Mexican champion that is going to sell and be able to cross over and all of that stuff, man. That's not, you know what I mean? They push that, dude. They're not pushing Julio Cesar Chavez. Even Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was kind of like that. They were originally pushing him like that. Only problem with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is he can't fight. Freddie Jimenez in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for it, man. He said Boots needs to get the next title shot because he's definitely ready. Martin, absolutely. That's what I think. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support. Thank you for keeping that color in that chat across that top, brother. Thank you, man. Crawford is the present Floyd? Not a chance. You know who I would say he is? Who is Terence Crawford? He is more of a Tommy Hearns, bro. He is more of a Tommy Hearns. Terence Crawford. More of a Tommy Hearns than he is a Floyd Mayweather Jr. Tommy Hearns. There you go. Tommy Hearns. Very, very good boxer. Will knock you out. More of that. More Tommy Hearns. More Tommy than Floyd. Nah, he's not Sweet Pea, man. He's more of a Tommy Hearns, man. More because Sweet Pea ain't knocking nobody out. But Crawford, I would say, is as far as like he is a, and I'm not talking about how he fights. I'm talking about more like how you can sell him. Tommy Hearns was not somebody who was particularly articulate, a quiet guy, a menacing dude. He's menacing the way he looks at fighters, the way he goes into fights, the fact that he has a chance to beat anybody. I would put him more in the lines of Tommy Hearns than anybody else. Definitely not Floyd. Definitely not Floyd. And honestly, Jaron Ennis's personality isn't necessarily Floyd's. You know? Floyd is kind of, you know, yeah, you know, I don't know what to say. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Floyd is very, very self-made, bro. More like Ali. I would tell you, there you go. I think Floyd is more like Ali. Floyd is more like Ali. More self-made. More self-made promotion. right? Because he will talk himself up. He plays the bad guy, all of that stuff. You know? I think Floyd is more of an Ali type of dude. And he definitely copied off Ali. He copies off Ali left, right, front, and center. As far as his persona, his public persona, he uses money instead of it, but yeah, that's kind of where I think he is in that regard. More like that, bro. Yeah, he's just more, I think he's like Ali in his mouthpiece, man. He's very amped up, very amped up. If you talk smack to him, he's going to get with you. All of the above, man. Jeffrey Brooks in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Thank you, brother. As long as Keith not thinking crazy stuff like he's the A-side versus Bud, then the fight should happen. I'm going to tell you, bro, he probably is. Hey, dog, let me put it this way. He ain't the B-side. He ain't the B. That's about what and what, brother. It's about what and what. No joke. It's about what and what right there. About what and what. Terence is the better fighter. Terence isn't really necessarily the more accomplished fighter. Well, he's a more accomplished fighter. But not at welterweight. He's just not coming off. He just didn't lose. You know what I mean? After being injured. But honestly, man, it's about what and what, bro. It's about what and what on that. Between the two of those guys. How could he be the A side? Who you talking about, street splitters? You talking about Keith? Keith has had a successful pay-per-view against Manny Pacquiao. And he's always gotten good ratings. He got 500K again. I thought he got 400K. I don't think he got 500K. But I thought he did 400K with Manny Pacquiao. He showed he can be chief support. Yeah, because Keith Thurman's numbers aren't, because Terence Crawford's numbers are not exceptional. There's nothing that you've seen other than what he's done in the ring to say that he is that over Keith. Yeah, but he's not the champ. Yeah, that comes into play. Don't get me, I'm talking about the numbers aspect of it, man. I'm talking about just the numbers aspect of it, not the fighting aspect of it. And the fighting aspect of it is Terence Crawford, and it's Terence Crawford for sure. You know what I mean? But Keith Thurman lost to Manny Pacquiao. And it was a good fight, quite honestly. I thought it was a close fight. Off of basically coming off a 2 years layoff. You know? Tobias Cash said they got 500K, Keith and Pac. Yeah, there you go, man. 500K. All right. He said that was his last real pay-per-view. That was his only pay-per-view. I don't think the man was ever on pay-per-view before that. Any other time a challenger has been the A side? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Anthony Joshua fighting Charles Martin. Easy A side. Terence Crawford fighting Jeff Horn. A side. Manny Pacquiao fighting Yordenis Ugas. A side. Manny Pacquiao fighting Keith Thurman. A side. Exactly. Oscar De La Hoya fighting Bernard Hopkins. A side. Floyd Mayweather Jr. fighting Victor Ortiz. A side. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather Jr. fighting Canelo Alvarez. A side. You know? Yeah, you can go on and on with that, bro. You know what I mean? You can go on and on with that. What'd he say? Bad argument because Manny needed Thurman just as much as Keith needed Manny at the time. How about those Ugas Pac-Man numbers? Yeah, that's because of disappointment, though. He needed them. He definitely needed them now. He definitely need him. Because Manny Pacquiao, it's kind of over for Manny Pacquiao at that point in time, bro. But Manny Pacquiao keeps his fans, those some good hellified numbers, though, that late in his career. You know? Spence the King said, Keith didn't headline that card. He was the dance partner of Manny. Last weekend was the first time Keith held a pay-per-view. And guess what? Keith Thurman outsold Terence Crawford. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. You went right in because I couldn't think of that. What do you say? You went right in because I couldn't think that fast. It's all right, Street Splitters. Ain't no worries, bro. Hey, I got an advantage. I ask a million. I answer a million boxing questions a week. You know what I mean? So it ain't tough. Trust me. Because sometimes I don't know the answer to the questions, bro. I'll look it up after the fact. But yeah, man, I answer a lot of boxing questions, so don't worry about that, man. I'm primed and my mind is ready for it. You know what I mean? My prime is ready. My mind is ready for that. E-Bag said, could you see the WBC making Errol Spence a super champ and giving Boots a regular title shot? Watch this. No, they would not do that for him. No. If they were going to do it, they'd do it already. If they were to do it, they would do it already. No. I don't see any. First of all, I don't see too many more franchise champions happening. Because it is a wild mess. And people don't like it. They haven't had it. Well, other than them continuing to pass it on. You know what I mean? But I'll put it this way. If Jermell Charlo beats Canelo Alvarez, he will not be the champ. I'm making a prediction that he will not be the franchise champion. If he beats Canelo Alvarez, bro. I'll make a prediction. All right, he said Fanal was right about his prediction with Mario and Keith. Hey, yeah, but listen to some people, I'm always wrong, man. Who do you pick, Frank Martin or Ryan Garcia? Frank Martin. Not tough. Frank Martin over Ryan Garcia. Give me Frank Martin. Frank Martin looks a little more real to me than Ryan Garcia. Provided he don't get caught, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Ryan Garcia can crack, bro. Ryan Garcia can crack. But nah, definitely give me the other dude in that guard. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all get the likes over 600 for me, man. Y'all would not mind, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, get over 600, bro. And I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody supports in the super chat and everybody that supported in the Cash App. It really does make the channel grow. Thank you, brothers, so much for that support, bro. Thank you so much. What is that about? Sorry about. Anyway, Freedom Fighter TV said Keith is in the middle of A-B side. Depends on his opponent, but he has a big chance of beating an A-side fighter. Yeah, it's a risky fight for anybody. Keith can fight, man. I think he's still a top welterweight, for sure, bro. He said, true, Canelo wouldn't be franchise champion, be Canelo. If they did, honestly, I would be in, let me put it this way. If Charlo beats Canelo, what's going on, Orlando? I would be pleasantly surprised if they made him the franchise champion. Pleasantly surprised, bro. Pleasantly surprised. But I'm telling you, Charlo needs a knockout to beat Canelo. So I don't think you're going to worry about that. Canelo, I'm telling you, Charlo could beat that dude 10 rounds. He could beat him 12 rounds straight and still lose that fight to Canelo. Said anybody who fights Manny will do good numbers, and that's because of Manny. But it's funny how Keith is going to be the big side when Bob offered him only $1 million. Look, man. Manny fought. See, you fell into that, Jeffrey, Mr. Brooks. And by the way, man, brother, thank you for the color, bro, across the top. Thank you, brother. It means a lot when you support, bro. Thank you very much, man. But it's funny how Keith was going to be the B-side to who, Manny? When Bob offered him only $1 million, yeah, because Bob wasn't trying to make that fight, man. Bob wasn't trying to make that fight, man. Bob Arum was not trying to make that fight. But anyway, man, yeah, anybody that fights Manny does good numbers, yeah, except against Ugas, except for Ugas. I guess, man. John Boy said, Bob offers all top fighters only $1 million. Yeah, bro, this YouTuber is biased. This YouTuber is biased. Man, hey, thanks for coming, man. I'm biased. Dude, I got an opinion. What is biased about it? I would really like to know what I said that was biased. You're so unfair. You're unfairly prejudiced. I don't even think you bums know what bias means, quite honestly. Because I ain't shown no bias towards anybody. Only bias I have is against, only bias I've had against anybody has been against Dillian White. That's it. Curtin Mercer said, you've been doing all right, bud. I've been trying to tell you. Been trying to tell you, bro. I've been trying to tell you. I always do right by Bud. It's just they don't listen. They always try to, man, Bernie the Boxer makes me mad sometimes, man. Like, dude, I support that dude. Kidding me? Support Bud all the time, man. Y'all only listen to the bad things. That's it. You only hear the things you don't agree with. That's it. If that's all you hear, you miss a whole lot. Because only things you hear is what you don't like. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, look, we got ribs. Let me show you what we going to eat tonight. Man, we got ribs. We got pork ribs and beef ribs, lamb ribs. We also have the world's greatest macaroni and cheese. We also have peach cobbler. We got the best greens, any variety of greens you want. And we've got liver. I ain't coming. I don't like liver. But do you like, oh, man, I ain't going nowhere, no liver. I ain't going nowhere they got liver. But man, you got everything else that you love. Everything else you love, but you're not going to come because they got liver. That's what they sound like to me. Unless I say that Errol Spence Jr. is ducking. He said, liver, what? Nobody eats liver. Dude, my wife likes liver, man. You know what I'm saying? My wife likes liver. If people are grown up on liver, they like liver. But I'm saying, but it's like, come on, man. Like, dude, you can't possibly be missing everything that I'm saying. It's like, unless you're totally in love with a fighter. But it's called selective hearing. You'd be surprised how it's kicked in when somebody doesn't like something. Yeah, like that moron. Like that moron to listening for it. Listening for that one thing you say. Oh, I can argue with that. Oh, I can argue with that. Anyway, Just the Wit said it's called. Yeah, okay, I got that, man. Yeah, absolutely. Crimson Fire, Bud and Canelo fanboys don't live in reality. I'm going to tell you, man, Canelo Alvarez fanboys actually have fanboys. Bud ain't got fanboys. Ain't no such thing as a Bud Crawford fanboy, bro. He said, all that food sound excellent. Liver is a superfood, one of the best things you can eat. Yeah, and that's what I hear. That and beets. What's a good Southern food there? Liver is a superfood. Yeah, it is supposed to be a superfood. I've never eaten liver, though. I wouldn't mind eating liver. Eating liver is supposed to be good for your liver. On top of it. Said, hey, Mr. Martin, do you, oh, not Mr., what am I talking about? God dog, it does not say that. Do you think Manny versus Ugas tanked because casual fans lost interest after Spence pulled out, even though Manny wouldn't be fighting? I think that it could have had something to do with if it actually tanked. If it actually tanked. But most of these guys will say shit's tanking and they just say it tanked. They don't know if it tanked. They just say it tanked. You know what I mean? They just say it tanked. That's it. They say it tanked. That's it. They say it tanked. They'll be like, oh, that fight tanked. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury tanked. Oh, Tyson, oh, that tanked. That tanked. And they'll come out, they'll say it tanked. Justin Booker said, liver is an organ. Eating organs causes disease. Dude, I've heard liver has a lot of toxins in it because it is. Hey man, let's drop the liver conversation. I've heard it both sides. Liver is very, very good for you. That's what I've heard. The liver is good for you, and then obviously it'll have a lot of toxins in it because that's what it does. Like kidneys, hearts, all of that are organs. I don't typically eat organs. You know what I mean? I'll eat muscle. I typically do not eat, and I only like dark meat. I don't even like white meat. I like dark meat. Anyway, Fanon should be the regular champ, be considered a champ. Paulie said Tank and Barrios aren't real champs. I mean, yeah, who cares? Paulie Malignaggi shouldn't be considered. He's an idiot. No joke. Nah, Paulie Malignaggi knows his boxing, though. I wish he'd just stick to that. You know? Stick to boxing. Paulie That's Paulie. But no, they're secondary champs. Just like Devin Haney's a secondary champ. Just like Devin's a secondary champ. Y'all don't like it, but he's a secondary champ. No, I don't think that should be. I mean, a lot of these guys ain't, it's funny, man. It's funny, bro. Oh, sorry. Ghost said, I can't say regular champs aren't champs when they're the ones with the mandatories and the defenses. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Crim said, don't do it. Nah, they are the ones. They're the ones that get shafted. No, that's them getting cute and trying to get past the Ali Act. No joke. They are the ones. Then I honestly, dude, I think the super champ and I think the franchise champs are violations of the Muhammad Ali Act. I think. If the ABC was being real, they would go to the WBC and say that's a violation of the Ali Act. You're supposed to have a viable ranking system. If you have a guy that sits above the ranking system, that is is not subject to the rankings and is not subject to mandatories, and you consider him to be the real champion, that's a violation of the Muhammad Ali Act. If they were really enforcing the Muhammad Ali Act, they wouldn't allow the super champion, and they wouldn't allow the franchise champion. That's what I think. The Muhammad Ali Act is an act of Congress in the United States that is supposed to do two things. One, it's supposed to protect, first of all, it's supposed to protect boxers and it's from being mistreated. And it protects them in two ways. The first way is by making sure that promoters cannot exploit them by being the promoter and the manager of a fighter, limiting how long they can sign them to contracts and all of that. So it protects them from promoters and managers. Number one. Number two, it is an attempt to get the sanctioning bodies to have a valid ranking system where if the best man wins, the best man can be champion, and fighters are not subject to politics and not allowed to not blackballed or not all of that stuff. So when the WBC has a franchise champion, which does not have a mandatory, right, can fight anybody in the ranking system that it wants to, and is the actual champion, that circumvents the Ali Act, in my opinion. And if anybody really wanted to invest the money to really push them on that franchise championship and took it there, they could probably get rid of that franchise belt. Because I think that's almost an open and shut case of trying to circumvent the Ali Act. That's just my naked eye. I'm not an expert on the Ali Act. I've read the Ali Act. I know what they're trying to do. And that is definitely violating the spirit of the Ali Act. Without a doubt. Because you're circumventing the ranking system. When you're saying somebody doesn't need to have a mandatory. If you don't have a mandatory, you don't have a viable ranking system. If your champion does not have to fight a ranked opponent, that's a violation. And I'm telling you, that's why the WBA got nervous and they started trying to consolidate belts. Because the ABC said, look, man, you got a lot of belts. You got a belt for everybody. How many champions are you going to have? At a certain point in time, you have so many champions that there is no champion, which means you do not have a valid ranking system, which is a violation of the Ali Act that we are tasked with enforcing. Zen at 33.6 said that's a good point. I'm telling you, it's a violation of the Ali. I think it's a violation of the Ali Act. What they're doing to Devin Haney, in my opinion, is a violation of the Muhammad Ali Act. It is. Because look, he's not the champion, but he has the duties of a champion, right? He has no path to becoming the champion. No path. There is no path to being the franchise champion. None. For anybody in the ranking system. Somebody outside the ranking system can come in and beat the franchise champion. But if they beat him, who knows whether or not they'll let him be franchise champion or not. Should Haney sue? I don't know. Seems to me that he don't mind because he's making a lot of money with that belt. It may cost him money. I'm telling you, man, he's not dropping the belt. He likes that belt. That belt is probably getting him more money. So I can't tell him what he should do. I'm not going to say what he should do. I'm just telling you what I think. I think that belt, I think that is, CG Cap said, as an attorney and a litigator, Fanon, I'll take your word for it because you understand the law and tort abuse. I'm not a litigator. I'm not a litigator. I'm not that. And I'm not a constitutional lawyer. However, that's what that is. That's a federal law they're violating. But you know what I mean? No, dude, they got what they wanted. They got the belt. They got that money. Dude, I don't know that they asked for that belt, but more than likely they asked for the belt. More than likely they petitioned for that belt. Just like the PBC probably petitioned for Jamal to be named that. But they shouldn't have just had a fight for it. Fanon, KB said, Fanon, and much love to everybody in that chat, in that super chat. Thank y'all so much for your support in the super chat and the Cash App. Thank you guys, really do support. Thank you. KB said, Fanon, you just said something about Ryan, Canelo, etc., the Spanish-looking champions to sell. Looks play one of the most vital roles in who becomes and is made a superstar cash cow. Yeah, well, let me put it this way. It plays a part in who they think they can sell. It plays a part in who they think they can sell. I don't know if it really plays a role in most people's minds. I can't say that because I can't say that. But I do believe, absolutely, they believe they can sell them. Sell it because they think that they can sell them to women. And that's half of the population. You know, the whole screen, that's more than half of the population. If you can get females wanting to watch you fight, you know, Oscar De La Hoya was big with that. That was his main attraction. The main thing about Oscar De La Hoya was that he's a boxer with superstar looks. He looks like a movie star. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia is the same way. Like, oh, he looks like he could be a movie star. Ryan Garcia looks like he could be an Abercrombie & Fitch model. Yeah. And they show pictures of him and women follow him on Instagram. Right? So, yeah, they tried to sell him, and they did the same thing with Canelo. Canelo's not much different. You know what I mean? He doesn't even look like he doesn't look like a typical Mexican. He looks more Spanish. Right? Just like Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya looks more Spanish. There's a lot of Mexicans that do not look like your typical dark-hued, black-haired Mexican. A lot of them. And they put them on TV. You know? Look, seriously, like I was listening to somebody about like Dominicans. If you look at like the TV, like the TV stars, like Dominican TV stars, dude, they same old thing, bro. Steve Wilkes, Spanish is a country. Spain is a country. Looks more Spanish. Spain is a European country, Steve Wilkes. Spanish people. You ever seen Rafael Nadal? Rafael Nadal is Spanish. He's not Mexican. He's Spanish. And he looks Spanish. Dude, excuse me. Somebody from Spain is Spanish. A person from Spain is Spanish. A Spanish person is a person from Spain, bro. No, a Spanish person, they use the same word. You speak Spanish. You are a Spanish. He is Spanish. Dude, what is somebody that is born in Spain? What do you call them? You call them Spanish. Just like what is somebody that is from Ireland? You call them Irish. Spanish, he looks more Spanish. Looks more Spanish. Yes, he speaks Spanish, just like somebody from us who is Spanish. Man, stop it, bro. Dude, you're idiots. Shut up. I'm not interested in you. The Spanish invaded your country. The Spanish invaded your country. The Spanish War. The Spanish War. Spanish of Spain. Of Spain. Ish. Of Spain. He is a Spaniard. He is Spanish. Two words to describe the same thing. I could say he looks more like a Spaniard. If that helps you, he looks more like a Spaniard than he does like an Aztec or somebody indigenous to that area. Okay? Keith Thurman looks more European. Got a problem with that? Y'all are, come on, man, stop it. Just stop it, bro. Spaniard, as my wife calls herself, she's from Spain. She's a Spaniard. In the United States, we'll say she's Spanish. Charlie Sheen is Spanish. Yeah, his last name's Estefes. Anyway, you get what I'm talking about, bro, please. The Spanish. They never say the Spaniards, the Spanish. Who went to war? Who went to war with France in 18? The Spanish. No, dude, Hispanic is a group term for Latinos in the Western Hemisphere. Thank you very much. Hispanic is a language group. Anyway, sorry, bro. The Irish help. There are a lot of redheaded Spaniards. Redheads are not unique to the Irish, by the way. Said Fanon is having Spanish Espanol for 3 years, man. Mexico, Mexican, Jamaican, African, can, man. You know what it is. Anyway, bro. Anyway. Spaniards aren't Latinos. Are you serious? They are in the United States. If you speak Spanish, they don't separate them. Anyway, it is what it is. Japreme Magnati said most Latin countries speak Castilian, a Spanish language. Absolutely. Zenus 999. Anyway, I'm glad somebody get me up out of here, bro. Oh, you brought me still into this conversation. So for somebody nitpicking me. Anyway, the only difference is the word is that Spanish is an adjective and Spaniard is a noun. They mean the exact same thing. I know people from Spain that describe themselves as Spanish. Absolutely. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you, brother. And let me back up because Damon Wester said I missed the super chat. Man, I love these chats, bro. Damon Wester said if Ryan had Bud's skill and resume, he'd be a megastar. Much love in that. Oh, no doubt. He'd be Oscar De La Hoya. He would be Oscar De La Hoya, Devin. He'd be Oscar De La Hoya. He'd be what Oscar De La Hoya is. He'd be Canelo. Without a doubt. And that's why they're not going to rush him. That's why they're not going to rush him. They're not about to feed that boy. That's what Oscar De La Hoya is. Somebody the skill level of Terence Crawford, roughly the same skill level, right? Roughly the same skill level as Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, as Terence Crawford, but you know, whatever. Looks like what's his name? The guy that is out there talking to Steve Smith, Mario Lopez, but looks like Mario Lopez. Same thing with Mario Lopez. Fanon, who is the most disappointing boxer in the last 10 years? For me, Tyson Fury. for cheating. For me, Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is a cheat, and that disappointed me. Canelo right now. If you get beat because somebody's better than you, Adrian is not as big a disappointment to me. Because he was limited. He's not a cheater. He's not a cheater. That's the only kind of thing that's going to disappoint me. If somebody just winds up that they're not as good as you thought they were, that's not disappointing to me. You know what I mean? Like, say Errol Spence Jr. fought Terence Crawford and he lost. That wouldn't be disappointing. That would not disappoint me. If he got caught on steroids and loaded gloves, that would disappoint me. Because now I'm like, dude, you're nothing. You're just fake. You know what I mean? Canelo testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. As high as I was on Canelo Alvarez was disappointing. If he does not fight a Jamal Charlo and he keeps doing all of this, fighting a bunch of dudes over there in Europe, that to me is disappointing. You know what I mean? That's only, other than that, dude, they don't disappoint me. Like Deontay Wilder didn't disappoint me losing to him. Gennady Golovkin didn't disappoint me. Gennady Golovkin actually, Gennady Golovkin seems like a nice guy, man. Honestly, I didn't expect all that from from him. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this, if Gervonta Davis never fights anybody, I would be disappointed in Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? If it winds up being a case that he never really takes on some like a real challenge, then I may be disappointed in that, bro. Robert Robles said Brazilian people and are Latinos and Portuguese people are Latinos that don't speak Spanish. Yep, there you go. Hey, what's up, Fanon? Salute, new. What's going on, brother Code? Just chilling, man. Talking this boxing. You know what it is. Marcus Thompson said, you must don't know Keith ain't gonna sit still and it's gonna be a long night for whoever. Yeah, no doubt. It'll be a good fight. But I still think Errol gonna get him though. I still think you're going to take that. I still think you're going to chop that tree for him. Fanon, EJ just announced his fight on Instagram, April 16th. Okay, that's what's up. So it's not the 30th. It's April 16th. Okay, cool. That's what's up. So it's officially, is it going to be in Dallas? Is it going to be in Dallas? Is the fight going to be in Dallas? I guess I have to look when we get off. Jaywalk said GGG is just waiting on another Canelo payday. He ain't trying to fight. Nah, he said he had already said 100 million sound good. What is that? Oh, at Cowboy Stadium. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Cool. I might go to that fight. I ain't going to the fight. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it, bro. But that's what's up. A whole lot of people going to come down to Texas to AT&T Stadium. That's going to be a huge fight, bro. Mr. Holmes said Portuguese people aren't Latino. They are European, Brazilians, speak Portuguese. They aren't Latino. Dog, hey, look, man, it is what it is, man. I ain't care about that. You know what I mean? I don't really even care, man. Ugas going to get, they treat like Cubans like they ain't Latino. From the way that they act. You know what I mean? For E-Bags, 1987 said, Fanon, you were right about Bud. I'm from York, Pennsylvania, and Bud opened up for some local fighters. He got it out of the mud. Yeah, man, I know. That's what I'm saying. Dude, he's somebody who wasn't giving nothing. And that may definitely change. That may definitely change how you view the world. You know? But anyway, man, like I said, dude, I don't be hating on Bud, man. I got a bad rap for hating on Bud. They just don't agree with me. And so the best way that they can make our counter argument is to say that I'm just being unfair, or I just don't like him, or I got something personal against him. It's just some cheap crap, bro. Is what I'm saying true, or is does what I'm saying make sense, or does it not make sense? You know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is. Said he's promoting early, so when he retires, easy. What is that? Fanon, you was attacking Bud last year. I never attacked Bud. Never. Ever, never did. I'm not saying anything differently this year than I was saying last year. If he said about Jaron Ennis that he would not fight Jaron Ennis unless Jaron Ennis became the mandatory, then I'll say, dang, man, why does a man got to be mandatory to get a fight? I'm not saying anything differently. I'm not. No joke. I've never attacked. I don't attack fighters. I don't do that. I don't attack fighters. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Why wouldn't you go to a fight in Texas called COVID? COVID. I got asthma, and I'm old. I'm not about to do it, bro. That's a lot of people standing in one spot. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people standing in one spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch it on my television right here, where it's provided COVID don't come in from these ducks. I ain't got to worry about it. Because I ain't catching no problems just to watch a boxing match, even if it is that close. And by the way, tickets are going to be very, very expensive. I'm telling you right now. But anyway, man, I got to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Much love to everybody in the super chat. With that, I'm out. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. And with that, I'm out. Peace.